Welcome back to Stamford, Connecticut, in the NBC Sports Studios headquarters, where we are playing out the final two matches of the Universal Open Rocket League Grand Finals. Marilyn Monroe watching over us and sending good vibes. I think all good vibes from Marilyn here as we head into our lower bracket final there. It's going to be girls versus Complexity. Girls being dropped down to that bracket by Cloud9 in the last match. Now these two teams fighting for their tournament lives and the opportunity to take on Cloud9 in the grand finals. It's gonna be a big one here. And we had the girls all mic'd up in their last match. We do know that girls love to have fun, so let's check in and see how that went for them.
I mean, everybody knows girls just want to have fun, Rachel.
It's
and we'll get to see it right here.
Nobody can find the ball. Give it, try to stay in front of it. Scrub killer gonna take it there.
Nice. Let's do it again. Nice, that's better.
Oh, okay.
Girls just want to have fun.
Everyone knows if you can't get the first one, you always gotta retry. You can't leave it hanging. It's the unwritten rule of fist bumps.
Absolutely, and we have a good one on the desk here, right? We like to keep it rolling on the desk. Keep that positive energy flowing here. That's a girl's strategy. They have fun, they enjoy themselves, and now they have to keep their spirits up in the lower bracket.
Yeah, and I mean, Greasy didn't sound too confident when he was talking about that. He's going up against a duo that has been playing together in Europe for a very, very long time. Him and Scrub, they've played together on and off, but Magnus and Metsinaris, those guys are an iconic duo. So this is going to be tough for them. They just went through a 5-game series. Those can be so emotionally taxing, but they get to play back-to-back. We'll see how that affects them.
And for girls, you know, when Larry was interviewing Greasy, you saw Greasy, he was playing, just trying to stay warm. So it can be an advantage for girls already being warmed up after Complexity had to sit out for a little bit. Obviously, Complexity probably trying to stay warm in the practice room, but advantage could be in girls' favor that way.
It could be, it could be. We will find out shortly. But first, let's check in on our girls' teammates and see how their attitude is going into this matchup.
Roller coasters or tea parties?
Roller coasters.
Tea parties. I love tea.
Omega Lull or PogChamp?
PogChamp.
Ceiling shot or double tap?
Double tap.
Healing shot, I think, yeah.
Netflix or YouTube?
Chill.
YouTube.
Money or free time?
Money.
Train or plane?
Plane.
Plane. Train, I mean. Sorry. Train, yeah. No, I think plane. I take it back. Train. Yeah. No, plane. I mean, no train.
Ice cream or froyo?
What was the last one?
Ice cream or froyo?
What is that?
Frozen yogurt?
Froyo?
Frozen yogurt.
What's that?
It's like low-calorie ice cream that doesn't taste as good.
Never heard about that.
Nope.
My favorite personalities so far in the Overwatch, or excuse me, the Universal Open Rocket League tournament here.
Yeah, those guys, they're known for being jokesters. Scrub, I love watching his streams. Same with Greasy. Those guys know how to joke around, but two players who aren't really joking around right now are right there. Magnus and Metsinaris. They came here to play. They came here to win. They got to the grand final last season. They're trying to do it once more.
Yeah.
You see their focus in the practice room. They are intent on winning, like you said, James, and we see how they got here with in that game against Ghost. Just Metsinaris and Magnus had some incredible shots in this series.
Yeah, they had some insane solo plays. Look at this shot from Magnus, the double tap, getting by both defenders. They were off to a hot start. They were out to that 2-game lead, and you can hear them getting pumped. These guys are probably the most energetic duo on the stage once the game begins that we have. But they really struggled the last 2 games against Ghost. Ghost brought it back all the way to Game 5 where they finally closed it out. But Complexity, they have a history of making it to grand finals, so we'll see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and then obviously they started in the lower bracket. They lost their first game, and then they beat Double Trouble. They beat Team Secret, and then they beat Ghost, and this is the last leg in the lower bracket. They got to go up against girls, their toughest matchup yet, and it is not going to be an easy road for them. It's going to be tough, but if anyone can do it, it's these two. It's Metsinaris and Magnus.
They are clawing their way out of this lower bracket here. Girls and Complexity are, in fact, almost ready to begin. But before they do, we got a quick word from our sponsors.
Yes, yes.
right, we are back, and it is just about time for our lower bracket matchup here. We've got girls, we got Complexity. Girls coming hot off a match with Cloud9. Complexity fighting for their tournament lives, used to this by now. Let's see who can take it in this matchup.
So Complexity trying to make their second appearance in the grand finals of the Universal Open, and they gotta win this best of 5 to do it against Greasy Meister and Scrub Killa.
Well, Complexity, they've been on a lower bracket tear, winning every series after losing their first series of the tournament. But this is definitely their toughest opponent yet. That ball just gonna bounce right in. Metzenaris and Complexity getting off to a hot start.
So already they're starting things off. A favorable bounce for Metz, and he beats Greasy to the ball. That's all she wrote for the first goal of the game. Complexity strikes first. So, James, we start things off real quickly here. In the last series, it took a while to get the first goal, but Complexity doesn't want to waste any time.
And you know, in traditional league play, that's what we usually get most of our stats from. Playing 2 games in a row, and that one might be going in. It does!
Wow.
A 50-50 going horribly for girls.
And Scrub had to play this slow coming back. Both Scrub and Greasy not wanting to drive too fast. They want to get around this ball. It was Greasy, and he just couldn't flip back to it in time. It's a quick 2-0 start for Complexity.
And like I was saying, usually playing back-to-back can help a team in a league play format, but in a double elimination setting, we haven't really gotten to see how teams fare. And I want to see how Greasy and how Scrub react after losing such a close, emotional 5-game series.
Yeah.
If they can bounce back, and right now it's not looking good for them out of the gate.
Yeah, we always talk about your mental state and having to play back-to-back games. It can be a little draining, and especially going down early 2-0, it just grates on you a little bit more. So Greasy and Scrub have to find their resilience here against Complexity and fight their way back into this.
And Complexity is a team that does have that experience. You remember back in RLCS when they did finish in 2nd place, I believe they had to play, what, 3 series in a row?
3 series, all back-to-back with a potential bracket reset. Lucky for them if they get through. There is no bracket reset. It is game advantage to the upper bracket team. Again, Cloud9 will start off the grand finals with a 1-0 against whoever wins this series right here. And trying to start it out, girls trying to get their first goal. Scrub Killa winning 1. Greasy Meister coming to follow. Greasy staying with it, but he pulls off as Magnus had the clear. Scrub catches it in the corner. Girls trying to get this shot, but it's turned away. Metzenaris has the easy clear. The demo coming out to open things up for Complexity, but it is knocked away. We saw how much of a role demos played in the last series against girls.
And Metzenaris was trying to get another one to prevent this attack, but he was just a little bit too slow, but still Complexity playing with a lot of confidence.
In the corner, Magnus getting it out towards midfield, but the only man there is Greasy. Greasy, the shot turned away by Metzenaris. And now Metz off in the corner. Scrub bumping into Greasy. That could be deadly. Metzenaris couldn't get the shot on net. Greasy falls back into it, gets it out of the box.
Seems like Greasy might be in his own head a little bit. Him and Scrub both struggling to get in the right positioning. They accidentally bumped each other right there. They were still able to clear the ball, but it definitely doesn't seem like the girls we've seen previously. They look a little shook up.
A good play. Greasy almost snuck it over Magnus, but Scrub kept that play alive off of the 50-50 earlier. But Complexity moving downfield in front of the box. Scrub Killa grabs it. Scrub Killa, he's got a 1v1. He tries to take the shot, and Magnus is there all the way. In the corner, Greasy grabs it. Back to Scrub, immediately challenged and knocked away. Now Greasy racing back. Can he get to the ball? He cannot. 3-0 Complexity.
And this is the exact same thing girls punished Cloud9 for. Greasy tried to go for that center pass to Scrub, but he didn't get the ball to a good spot. Magnus was able to just pop it right over Greasy, and Metza had a clean-up goal. Very easy for him to deal with. And now 3-0. Complexity are looking very good out of the gate.
After a quick 2-goal lead, Complexity adds another, and girls do not have an answer. Greasy challenged against Magnus, and Magnus giving way for Metzenaris. That shot almost on target. And Scrub looking for Greasy, not enough power. Magnus steals it away. Magnus blows him away. Can't get the goal. Scrub Killer able to turn it out to the side. So a minute 15 remaining for girls. Trying to find a goal, something to get them back into game one. It hasn't been there. Mets and Magnus have been all over this ball. Complexity. Magnus wants to add to it. Can he do it there? Greasy, or excuse me, Scrub Killer is already up. Ball a little too high. Metsinaris now against Greasy, looking for the fourth goal, which would all but do it. Magnus carrying this. Magnus, oh, he can't get the goal. Magnus still in front of it. Scrub Killer able to get it out. Greasy Meister following up, trying to get this ball away, but Complexity killed so much time.
Yeah, Magnus, he was just a monster there. That challenge, just killing the ball right in front of the net. Magnus was almost able to put it in himself, but he's just melting away all this time. Girls, now just less than 20 seconds left. Complexity completely controlling game number one.
Greasy going for a bump, just trying to get a momentum swinging goal headed into game two, but the shot goes wide. And girls find themselves down 1-0 in this series against Complexity, and they continue this lower bracket run in the Universal Open. They got 2 more to finish.
And Complexity, that was a commanding game number one. Even that last play of the game, you could tell the girls' communication wasn't on point. It looked like Scrub was actually going for a pass for Greasy, and Greasy was going for the bump. So they didn't communicate there. Had Scrub put a shot on target, Greasy's bump would have played very well, but they just couldn't get things going. Complexity, on the other hand, playing flawlessly.
Yeah, and Complexity controlling the boost really well and just allowed them to get in the face of Greasy Meister and Scrub Killer. It's hard. We saw when you mitigate the effect of Scrub Killer by getting in his face. Killer number 7 wrote the blueprint, if you will, on how to beat this girls' team, or the potential to beat them. And these highlights kind of showcase Complexity. Mets and Magnus, 2 of the best players in the game, and they showcase it again here.
Yeah, and this one, Greasy was just slow to a challenge. Metza, just a long chip right over him, and no one was left to defend the net. Complexity didn't let any offense come in from girls whatsoever. Then this one was a little bit fortunate, but again, Scrub Killer trying to play it slow in the corner. Magnus challenges him, gives him no space to work with. And then this one, that was a pass attempt into the middle from Greasy to Scrub, and it wasn't too Scrub far enough. Magnus was able to just pop it over Greasy right to Metza to finish that goal off. So really not many dangerous moments in terms of Complexity being scored on. They were able to just shut and drown out all of the offense from girls and then take advantage of the overextensions that girls was making.
There really just was little offense. Being able to play the corners on your own half so well, and then backboard defense on point. Complexity just kind of did everything right in that game. And then when you do everything right, sometimes the pendulum swings your way and you get a 50-50 that goes right into the net. So game number 2 for Scrub and Greasy. Maybe it's just, all right, pull back, reset. It's game 2, 5 minutes. This is a lower bracket game.
Well, Jorby, this is such a huge game. If girls who just went to 5 games, emotionally exhausted, if they lose this next game, they will be in a situation where they have to reverse sweep, which would be a tall order. In my opinion, this is a must-win game for girls if they want to keep their grand final hopes alive.
Challenged in midfield, Scrub. Trying to play lead. Greasy Meister caught in no man's land. Magnus not able to force Greasy out of the way. It goes wide. Scrub Killer gets it over 1. Midfield, Greasy, 1 challenge. Greasy stays with it. Greasy gets it by, but Magnus right there to give it back to Mets. Mets flipping into it. No shot. So girls, no quick goal for Complexity like game number 1, but Metsinaris wants to shoot it here. It's just high. Scrub Killer gonna take it now. Past the defense. Girls gonna strike first.
And that was a good idea on the pinch from Complexity, but it just didn't work out. And then Metza blasts it off the backboard. That gave Scrub Killer a chance to take advantage of an open net. And he did exactly that. A very good shot placed right in the bottom right-hand corner. Tough to block, and he gets the lead for girls.
That is girls' first goal in this series, and they needed that. You could not let Complexity score first. What a pinch. That bounces high off the backboard. But girls getting this lead was huge, just really for your mental state going into game 2.
You're exactly right. Coming off a tough loss like that against Cloud9, then getting shut out in the way they did, and now
he's got it! Oh, what a save by Scrubkilla! He keeps it out of the net. Midfield Metzenaris wants to keep it going, but girls coming through.
Scrub stepping up. Not only can he make insane dribbling plays on offense, he can keep those shots out of the net, but now vulnerable moment.
Oh, Scrubby's got to get back quickly. Greasy actually gets between Magnus and the ball. Scrub back, find bad spot for Greasy Meister. Metzenaris picks it off. We got a tie game.
And this is the pressure that can happen. You can see Scrub trying to get a clear here. Metza just comes back and shoots that right on target. Demos are so key in putting your the defense in a very tough spot. They took advantage of it and they got the goal.
So Complexity doesn't let things get out of hand and quickly responds. They are so good at doing. Scrub looking for the dunk to Metz. Greasy shoots. Greasy saved by Magnus. Magnus now trying to throw it quickly. He stays with it here, forcing Scrub and Greasy back. Metz up high. Can't follow this one, and Greasy's gonna be able to clear it out back to Scrubkilla. So girls, that quick shot turned away, and Scrub trying to get the demo.
He was right on his bumper. That looked like Scrub might have been able to get the demo. He was just millimeters away from being able to get that demo and maybe getting a goal from it.
Scrub trying to carry and flick it past the defense there. Couldn't find it. Greasy now trying to buy Scrub some time, and he does. Greasy keeping that ball there. Scrub is gonna maybe take advantage of a whiff. He can't do it. The shot and the save again. Hit it right into Magnus. Metz keeping possession here in the corner. Greasy trying to find it. He can't. Metz running past Greasy, trying to put the shot on net. Metz can't find it, and Scrubkilla gonna take it. So girls, another opportunity thrown by the wayside. A chance to take the lead back. Greasy Meister's gonna do it here. Girls with the lead.
And I think this is huge for Greasy's confidence. We saw Scrub get that ball over there, and Greasy just power this through, doing a little doomsy dish right into the net, and that's a big one. That gets them the lead, in my opinion, what is a must-win game for girls.
Less than 2 minutes left to go in game number 2. Complexity a game up. Definitely have some buffer room, but girls fighting back will be huge for them. Magnus, that shot, well placed. Scrubkilla able to make the save. Scrub popping it over one, and Greasy's gonna follow quickly. That shot's in, 3-1, and girls go up by 2.
And you can see Scrubkilla actually Goomba stomps Metzenaris right there, prevents him from getting that touch. That opened up Greasy with an opportunity to take the shot, and he beats out Magnus. He executed that perfectly. Greasy and Scrub starting to warm up.
So girls, like you said, James, they have woken up here in game number 2. Metz gonna take a shot, but saved by Greasy Meister. We saw some great defense from Greasy in the series against Cloud9. They're gonna need more of that in this minute 20 because Complexity's threatening. Greasy Meister following up, challenged by Metzenaris in the corner. Magnus wants to follow, but Scrub is there. Metz can't get there. It forces Magnus back to his own corner. Scrub just throws that ball up and stole that corner boost, trying to win that boost battle. Magnus, a big miss. Greasy Meister takes a shot, but a great save, and opened up for Scrubkilla. Straight over to him. He can't get to it in time. Magnus beats him to the ball. Greasy trying to get it back to Scrub. Girls, Scrub, he misses this, but Greasy, he has this and gonna be able to clear it.
Yeah, but Scrub, or Greasy rather, has no boost now. He's gonna have to retreat all the way to the midfield. But now, Scrub, see how he plays this.
He's just gonna wait for it. Metz didn't have the angle and allows girls to move downfield. Greasy, back to Scrub. Scrub, that shot wide. Scrub challenged and knocked away. Back to Magnus, back to Metz. Metz challenged by Scrubkilla on the retreat, who gets that ball away from the box. Complexity with 20 seconds left, trying to threaten, but the defense is too strong from girls. That ball is headed towards the net. It's gonna go in, and with 14 seconds left, Complexity's not out of it.
And this one, Scrub just barely missed out on that demo yet again from Metz. Metz was able to beat Greasy to the ball in a long-range shot. Hopes still alive, and this would be a devastating loss if girls gave up the lead in overtime.
All of these players are capable of keeping this ball up for as long as they want. And from midfield with 5 seconds, Complexity not gonna do it. It's gonna be knocked down. The shot is going to go in for Greasy. Just feel a little good. And girls are right back in this series.
A buzzer beater for the hat trick. Greasy starting to pick it up. Girls, they stopped the bleeding. They had that tough 5-game loss. It seemed like they might be on tilt, but no, they get back into this game. This was a huge win for them.
We go to at least a game number 4, and it's tough after losing that series against Cloud9, after going down early in game 1, 2-0, being unable to fight back in game 1 against Complexity, and now you were able to fight back in a big way and what the scoreboard will tell you is a 2-goal lead, which feels really good if you're scrubbing Greasy.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a very big game for girls. Taking a look at the highlights, we'll see just how they put this together. Scrub trying to make plays on his own. That long-range shot, perfectly placed. That is what got things started, but it seemed like Complexity was going to start roaring back.
Save.
But look at that save was incredible.
Yeah, and that was, the defense had been so good all game long from, girls. And Scrub here doing work again. I believe this is where they picked up their second goal. It wasn't any kind of save. Greasy just taking advantage of winning that 50-50 in the corner. And then, of course, right here near the end, Greasy able to pick up that 3rd goal, and that was it for Complexity. They were able to fight back with 14 seconds left. Right here, catching girls out of position, but then just couldn't finish.
Yeah, we've been seeing Greasy get beat to those balls at midfield quite a bit, which have been leading to goals. But this game, he also stepped up, got that hat trick, got some big goals when was needed. So Greasy starting to come alive on the offense, but still, we've seen girls struggle on those pass attempts into the middle or on those challenges at midfield. Those losses at midfield have been punishing girls so badly. Complexity hasn't really been making those mistakes to the same degree, so we'll see if girls can continue to keep this offense up and reduce those mistakes at midfield, or if Complexity will just be too much for them.
And I love we saw the Scrub and Greasy cam, and they're just having a good time. They're smiling, laughing, keeping the vibes good. You know the series is intense, but keeping everything as light as possible in your comms as you look at each other's faces. The smiles are all good all day for Scrub and Greasy as we get into game 3 and another series advantage match in the Universal Open. Magnus almost throwing it past both defenders, and Scrubkilla making quick work of that ball, getting it out of the box. Greasy playing it slow against Magnus, and Metzenaris isn't having any of it, and he gets that ball right back for Complexity. Girls, we seem to try to slow things down a couple of times in the last 2 series. It's worked to great effect for them.
Ooh, and that's
Double
a double
commit.
commit right there. So rare miscommunication. Usually Complexity very good at not sending 2 players.
And that ball just high, and it's going to be defended by Metzenaris. But girls were able to control that midfield. Winning those midfield battles. Get their first extended assault. Scrubkilla going back up for this himself. The ball back out to the corner by Magnus. Greasy challenged again by Metz and Magnus. Allows Greasy time to get back to it. And Scrub from the 3rd. Up high against the backboard. Metzenaris can't get there, and girls, 1-0.
This was a must-save shot for Metzenaris. It was a hard read off the backboard. He was just off Greasy in a much better position to read it. Didn't miss it, and girls take the lead.
We saw Metz in a very similar position yesterday miss a very similar goal. That time, that one off the backboard, the previous one being off the ceiling. So Metzenaris having some struggles in the box defensively. Girls taking advantage. Magnus taking control for Complexity, trying to bully his way through. He can't do it. Greasymeister now loses control. Metz looking for Magnus. Metz actually gonna take it himself. Magnus staying close, and now off the ceiling, Scrub. He wants it. He gets it by 1, but Metz going to easily clear that away. So girls, again with another early lead, and a crucial midfield win for Greasy. That's right, the Scrubkilla, and it's in. Girls are up 2-0 in game 3.
You said it, Jorby. This was a massive win by Greasy right there. It put Metza in a very difficult spot. He had to get back there and get the hit, but Scrub read the hit perfectly. He knew that Metzel was going to try to clear it far across the net, and he was right in the middle, waiting to take advantage of that one.
And so now Complexity find themselves down. 2 goals here. Pass over to Magnus. Up against the back wall. Magnus follows up. The shot saved by Greasymeister, followed by Metz. The shot off the crossbar. Down and in. 2-1. They cut the lead.
Even the shot from Magnus, impressively placed. The save just yielded a rebound, and Metzel was there to put a crossbar down shot. Complexity not giving up.
Plenty of time left for Complexity to find this tying goal in game number 3. Off the kickoff, Metzenar is going to take a shot saved by Scrubkilla. Magnus keeping the pressure up. Greasy's right there. But back to midfield we go. It's Complexity. Up high, back down, saved by Scrub. Shot, goal, Complexity, tied.
This was a rough save. Scrub and Greasy both going for it. It's such a hard ball to read. When you're using ball cam like that, all you can see is the ceiling. So Greasy and Scrub, they couldn't see each other both going for the ball. They double commit. Scrub doesn't get the greatest hit, and it's just an easy cleanup goal.
Now in midfield, Complexity wanting to take this lead. Girls seem to have a little bit of trouble retaining these leads. Blowing this 2-0 lead against Complexity, excuse me. Saw them blow a 3-0 lead against Cloud9. So Complexity have some room. Magnus off the ceiling, coming down. Metzenar is going to take a light shot, and Scrubkilla is there to make the save. Magnus up high, straight down. Scrubkilla easily has that one cleared out, but he has to stay back. That ball straight back to Metzenaris. Metz back down to Magnus, and Complexity in midfield again. Much action there on the corner. Magnus didn't have an angle. Everyone just kind of waiting for everyone else to hit the ball.
Scrub and Greasy were both on the same wall, and you generally don't want that to happen too much.
Oh, he muscles his way through. Bully fullback style. 3-2, girls.
This is classic Batmobile, just a big old plank. Scrubkilla flips right into it. He knew that he had an opportunity to try to force it in. He does exactly that, perfectly timed flipped, and just brute force gets that goal.
And now girls take the lead back after 2 unanswered from Complexity, but Complexity want to strike right back in their face. Magnus gonna take his time up, off the crossbar, and out. No goal.
That was an option play for him. He could have passed it into the middle or gone for the shot, opts for the shot, and just flicked it a little bit too high.
Back to midfield, Metz, challenged by Greasy. A crucial challenge allows Scrub to take this. Off the ceiling, Scrub can't get there. Metz coming in for Magnus to bail him out. Complexity, Metz can't get the ball away. And Scrubkilla opened things up with a demo. Greasy trying to follow up. Back over Magnus. Over again, girls. Threatening, Greasy up high. But Scrub stays back. Magnus right here. Scrub just waiting for his opportunity. Back and away. Metzenaris can't find the ball. Greasy gonna shoot. Greasy gonna score. 4-2. And girls are looking great.
Expert boost starving right here. Metzenaris and Magnus just couldn't recover. They were just trying to stay alive with every touch, but they weren't able to get the ball into a safe spot. Girls just continued to relentlessly attack, and they finally break through and get that 2-goal lead.
35 seconds for Complexity to do anything against girls. But girls have all the control. Girls want this 2-1 lead. 20 seconds. Complexity has to score with time left. Greasymeister against Magnus. It goes the way of Greasy. Greasy just can't get to that, but Scrub's gonna follow up, killing all the time. Magnus back over to Metzenaris, Scrub to Greasy, and that's gonna do it for girls in game number 3. They go up 2-1 and take Complexity to match point.
This has been a great series so far. Girls finally taking over the lead.
We have Cloud9 with Larry, James, and he has some things for Cloud9, questions and stuff and things. Larry.
What's going on, guys? We're back here in the player lounge. Yes, I've got things. Here we go. We're going to start with the first thing. We're going to talk to Squishy Muffins here. You're watching this matchup here. What are your early thoughts here in this game? That's this match that's 2-1.
They're both like so evenly matched. It's hard to pick a favorite to play against. Like I don't know who I'd prefer out of the two. Out of just watching this.
You guys are back here, you know, kind of just hanging out, relaxing, not really playing. Is that helpful for you going into this this grand final?
Yeah, I kind of just want to go in fresh. The match, I just want to relax, not play, not worry about anything right now, and then go in fresh.
All right, guys back here keeping a clear mind. We got Squishy Muffins and Gimmick in the grand final. First North American team to do that here in the Universal Open. Let's go back to you guys.
So, James, look. Girls fighting back, so huge. After going down in game 1, we thought it could be a snowball effect. But here in the highlights, I mean, it was just all Scrub and Greasy just working so well in tandem together.
Yeah, that was a massive force through by Scrub right there, flipping through. Scrub stepping up, Greasy also stepping up.
Against the backboard,
Nice,
Nixon always can't get there. And girls,
Come on, man, let's do it.
Yes!
I knew that was gonna happen.
I think the power of girls is the fist bump. The fist bumps are always on point, and it's just, that's where they get all their power. Well, Scrub also gets his power from the brisk. So, drink more brisk, score more goals. But this is it now, James. Game number 4, girls. With this game, they have a chance to just move back and get back up and go to the grand finals and rematch Cloud9. Here we go.
Complexity's had such a run through the lower bracket, taking out Double Trouble, taking out Secret, taking out Ghost, but now they have to win this game, otherwise their run will end with girls.
So girls, back on the Scrub Killer. And Greasy gonna take this off the ceiling. Greasy Meister, oh my goodness, gets the win on the 50-50 mid-air, and girls strike first.
He jumps up to the ceiling to get his flip back, and he just flips right through a massive pitch, a massive dunk there with the opponent.
I didn't think it was going in.
72 miles per hour, but you saw there, he jumped off the wall and then touched his ceilings, or his tires on the ceiling so he could get another jump. That jump allowed him to flip into that ball to get that win on the dunk. So that was a very good play by Greasy, very technical play from him.
And Metzenaris, try as he may, could not make that save. And girls, right now, are looking to end Complexity's hope of getting back to the grand finals in the Universal Open. Magnus.
Oh, double commit there.
It could be big as Magnus is waiting for it, but Greasy Meister comes right back down, buying time for girls, and now it's just Metz. He gets the touch, Greasy Meister waiting in the wing, but Greasy couldn't find an angle. He finds it now. Magnus trying to slow things down. Not wanting to boom it back to the offense. Scrub Killer finds it anyway. Scrub against the wall, pushes it by, but nothing Greasy Meister could do to get in there. And Complexity, quick transition, down to Magnus, too far away. Greasy able to throw it back. Girls just able to throw this downfield against Complexity. Back up, Scrub Killer, get bump, Greasy Meister, there he is, and girls getting physical, it's 2-0.
Absolutely savage. Scrub was hunting Magnus down. Magnus even jumped off the wall. Scrub was having none of it. Just takes him right out of the play. Greasy walks that ball into the net from point blank, and now 2-0. Girls want to get back to the get back to the grand final.
Girls making a statement right here. We're going, not you. And Scrub against Metz. Back to Greasy. The shot, the goal, and it's 3-0 for girls. They're firing.
They're starting to run away with it. Greasy, a hat trick. 3 goals on 3 shots. He's on fire right now.
The former world champion coming in big here for girls. And Scrub Killer, the young phenom himself. This tandem proving right now too much for Complexity. Greasy, back over to Scrub. That shot saved by Magnus. The pressure doesn't end for girls. And to give Complexity a little bit of hope, 3 goals is not enough for girls some of the time here. We saw them blow a lead like that. All it takes is one goal to swing things in their favor and fight back into this game number 4.
Yeah, it was against Cloud9. Scrub and Greasy, they're perfectly positioned right now. We just passed the halfway point of the game. We're gonna need to see a goal soon from Complexity if they want to bring this one back.
Magnus to the corner. Looking maybe for Metz, but Greasy has it defended the whole way. Off the ramp, Metz is gonna take it. Scrub has it read all the way through. He doesn't even give him a chance to flip that ball up. And now Scrub, again, stomping the defense. The ball does get cleared away. There's less than 2 minutes to go for Complexity to fight back through. Scrub in midfield, up high, just above the crossbar. Metz gonna take it himself. Metz gonna try to go back, goes for the demo, it goes in. Metz does it all himself, and Complexity gets back in.
Taking a page out of Rizzo's book. I've seen Rizzo score a goal like this before. It's getting more popular where you just put the ball in a trajectory where it'll roll in and then go for the demo. Sometimes that can catch the defender by surprise. It did right there, and Metza was able to get that first goal for Complexity.
A huge goal with this amount of time left. Allows you to space things out. And now Metz, he has a one-on-one chance, but the ball getting just away from Scrubkilla. Scrubkilla is able to get there and make the save. Magnus has to wait in midfield. Scrub is all over this ball right now. Magnus able to hit it out to the corner. Scrubkilla looking for the goal against Metzenaris. Metzenaris clears it downfield. Now Complexity in the corner, over and around, and back to Scrubkilla. It goes from Greasy to make the save. Get the clear. Magnus trying to get to this ball. That's deadly. Girls, Greasy Meister. Girls are looking strong.
You have to feel like that might be the dagger. Greasy now with his 4th goal. The miss from Magnus leaves it wide open. Greasy had an easy shot. He doesn't miss. And girls now just 1 minute and 3 seconds away from moving on to the grand final.
You are in comfort territory right now. If you are girls, a minute left, up by 3 goals. This game taking you potentially to the grand finals. And they just have to hold out here. Metz getting bumped out of the way. And Greasy not able to send that one home. Magnus back to Metz. Scrub just gonna bully Metz out of the way. Again, this physical play by girls has been a pleasure to watch. Metz back to Magnus. That's the play we needed from Complexity. They got to score 2 more goals in 30 seconds to get back in it.
They have not given up. Metza with this pass. Those infield passes can be risky, but that was expertly executed. Magnus gets the goal, and now 2 goals separate them. 30 seconds left. Can Complexity do it?
Off the kickoff, Magnus has to wait for Scrub, makes the save. Now, having a fight against Greasy, he's gonna take it up the sidewall with Metz, bumping into each other. A critical error there by Complexity, not able to figure out what each other are doing. That could have been a moment for them. That shot right into Greasy, he makes the save. It's 10 seconds left. Complexity has to score with time left. Magnus up high, trying to get to Greasy. He can't do it, and girls fought back after game 1. You thought it might have been Complexity, but girls took it from there. 3 straight games, and they moved to take a rematch against Cloud9 in the grand finals of the Universal Open.
What a way to end it. After that first game, Jorby, you said it, we thought girls might be on tilt, but no, they stopped the bleeding and they stabilized and won back-to-back games. They're going on to play Cloud9.
Girls have to be feeling hot right now, James. You just came back, made a statement. We're coming for you, Cloud9. This is not going to be a sure thing.
That is absolutely true, guys. You know, they came off that match against Cloud9. Cloud9 said, well, we want to face girls again in the finals. Yeah. We know we can beat them. I don't know if they can.
I don't know. They might be eating their words very soon.
It was a really close game. It's hard to say, yeah, we can beat them. It's such a short thing.
Yeah. Well, maybe they know a couple methods, and maybe they're back there planning out what exactly they're going to do now, especially because they just saw those last couple games. But girls are not going down without a fight. They pulled so many tricks out of their bag at the last second.
Yeah, Greasy especially. Greasy stepped up in this game. He's made a lot of defensive mistakes, but this time he stepped up on the offensive side of the ball. That dunk at the beginning, getting that ceiling shot, flip reset, he was able to go and dunk that ball through in a key moment. Getting that first goal is huge. It's so important, especially when you are on the brink of making it to a grand final.
What's great is defensively forcing Complexity to go horizontal, forcing them to stretch the length of the pitch and passing to each other on each side of the corner. It's so hard to get a solid offensive passing play if you're Complexity, when Greasy and Scrub were just able to keep the ball away from them on the blue half of the field.
Communication is what won it for girls there. Let's take a look at them discussing their strats before Game 4 and see what we can learn.
I'm sure that brisk drink right there.
Powering up before the...
Alright, let's sleep in. Let's just patient. Don't overcommit. Don't be over-aggressive. Trust each other in defense.
Yeah.
And we'll beat Cloud9 like this as well.
We say we got it.
Yeah.
Just move away.
Yeah.
Yeah, patience spelled, victory for girls. It worked out so well for them, and here we just see, off the ceiling. This was just an incredible shot by Greasy.
Times the flip perfectly, forces that through. That was a 72-mile-per-hour dunk. That was very big. And then Scrub, that savage bump. Those are the type of plays that just hurt. It hurts because you give up a goal, but getting scored on like that, it just hurts, Jarby.
Yeah, it really does. And Complexity just couldn't find their way back into it. They were able to get a goal. They had a nice passing play that we'll see. And here is where things become, all right, Complexity, you're back into it. And a great play by Metzanares, that Rizzo-like bump play, and then the passing play to try to pull within one, and it was just too hard for them.
But then that mistake from Magnus, just missing the ball outright. Greasy, he's not going to miss those. He'll hit 100 out of 100 of those. We thought Complexity might have a chance. That was a great passing play, expertly executed. Metza to Magnus, but still, with 30 seconds left on the clock, trying to score 2 against girls, it was just too much for them, and they're going to be going home a respectable third-place finish, and girls will be moving on.
Absolutely. I know Complexity wanted to do better than they did last year, better than second place, but they have got to be proud of their performance so far in this tournament. Taking a look at the bracket, you can see just how hard they worked, falling down in the first round to the lower bracket, and then fighting for their lives 1, 2, 3 times before falling to girls there. Now girls will be moving on to face Cloud9 in the finals. Cloud9, though, important to note, coming in from undefeated top bracket. They're going to have an extra game advantage going to that matchup. So when we come back from this commercial break, we're going to have an interview with girls and hear about their thoughts heading into the finals. Welcome back to the Universal Open Rocket League Grand Finals. Taking a look outside the NBC Sports headquarters here. All the different directions you could go. Where's my Rocket League one?
Yeah,
we're going to need to put one up soon.
It's going to be added soon, I'm sure.
Well, let's take a look at what we're playing for as we head into the grand finals. Only 2 teams remain and a difference of over $12,000 in this next match. First place taking home a cool $32,500. Second place taking home $20,000. But all our Rocket League players sitting pretty after that prize money. There's our trophy, looking great in the lights, and only 2 of our players, 1 team, is gonna hoist that. Will it be girls? Well, let's find out. They won our last match, and now we can check in with our team.
Yeah, who run the world, right?
Yeah,
who runs
they do.
the world?
Girls.
Okay.
Beyonce said it's
You heard
true.
it right there from Rachel. She's right. Oh, my wife's a huge Beyonce fan. Don't bring that name up. Whoa, gosh, in my house. Hey, guys, are you heading to the grand final? Talk to me how you're feeling about going into this second matchup with C9.
I'm feeling great. We did a lot of silly mistakes last series, so we're not going to be doing them now, so best of luck to them.
How confident are you knowing that you faced him the first time, and what can you take from that first matchup?
I'm feeling way more confident now because I know the mistakes we made, so like we just overcommitting on attack and not playing patient, so I know what to do when.
Greasy Meister, there's a difference of $12,500, man. You want the 32.5 or the 20? I mean, you got to go for that 32.5, right?
100%, brother. 100%.
He's keeping it 100. I'm going to keep it 100. Guys, good luck. Girls in the final against C9, the grand final here at the Universal Open Rocket League Championship. Let's go back over to you, Rachel.
Oh, thank you, Larry. Thank you, Greasy and Scrub Killa. It's been a joy watching you guys play, and I know it hasn't been easy with these back-to-back-to-back matches, but you've been scoring goals, and you know what that means. More meals for the World Food Program USA, courtesy of Soylent. Soylent is giving away 200 meals per goal scored here at the grand finals. We had 25 goals in that last match, a cool 5,000 meals for the World Food Program USA. So thank you, Soylent. If you guys want to help out at home, you can head on over to WFPUSA soylent.org/Universal Open and donate some meals yourself. We talked about this before. We're like, are they donating Soylent? They're not. No. They're donating official World Food Program USA meals. The Soylent is for us. You gotta head down to 7-Eleven and grab yourselves
We took all the Soylent. There's no more left.
I mean, we have video of Scrub trying it, you know? Yeah. He tried the chocolate Soylent and he loved it.
And I just want to say, is crushing it in the tournament now. Correlation?
Well, we saw him chug that brisk, and I gotta tell you right now, Rachel, all right? Let me tell you something about this brisk.
What are you telling me about this brisk?
Scrub needs to power up. So, hang on. I can't uncap this thing.
Are you trying to get Scrub power?
I need to take Scrub's power right here.
You gotta...
Look, I said I wasn't gonna do this, okay? But I'm gonna do it. All right, power up for the grand finals. You gotta get hype.
You've already had like
this is the grand finals. I am so ready. Let's do it.
Chug.
I'm not...
Chug.
All right, that's good, you know. We don't need another Yummy Cheeseman moment. I think...
Jorby's gonna be on a sugar high now.
No, it's good.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're having so much fun here at the Universal Open Rocket League Grand Finals. It's been an incredible day of games. You can see our players getting ready here for the finals. Cloud9 and girls getting set up at their PCs for the final throwdown. Cloud9 coming in with that 1-game advantage. After this break, we will crown our champion. So stay in your seats and get ready for the finals.